Hit my mark. I'm on. You gotta bring the camera. Wait, I gotta be down here a little bit now. Gotta bring the camera up a little bit. We got a new toy, guys. We got a new toy. Up a little bit more, Jer, because of the border. Until I bring the guest in, then you don't have to worry about it as much. So here you go. I'll just adjust. How about that? We got a new toy, everybody. We're not using the webcam on the computer. We are using an actual professional, big, giant camera. I wish I could turn around and show you the camera, but I can't do that because the camera is what's taking the picture. But super excited. We are going big time. Here's the advantage, right? Now we can move all around. If I all of a sudden want to be like extreme close up, whoa, all Wayne's Worlded out, we can do it now. We got the technology. If we need a wide shot, just like this, because blah, 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 and then I decide to come in here and lift the lid to show you what food I'm cooking, he can just zoom on in, right? Dramatically, fast, whatever he wants. We have got motion, is what I'm saying, guys. We got motion, and that's what separates us from everyone else doing their little Zoom shows, all right? We're gonna get it to the point where eventually I can have the computer over here, and that way I can check in on comments. I can't really do that now without walking over here and shoving my head up like that. Hey, Mitch, what's up, buddy? Thanks for always leaving. If I have it next to me, I can do stuff like this, like, hey, Mitch, thanks for leaving a comment. It says, hi, Dave, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, we're stepping it up, guys. Pretty stoked about it. Also stoked for my guest this week, and I'm going to see if he's already available because I don't want to waste too much time. He looks good to go. I don't want to waste too much time because I'm super excited to talk to him, and I know he's got a little bit of a deadline because he is cooking something awesome that we're going to talk about. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring him in. My buddy, Logan Cahoon, Meathead Barbecue out of Santa Monica, and also Premier Meat Boys.
How's it going, Dave? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, there you go, Logan. I got you, buddy.
All right, buddy. Sorry, there's a like light dark thing going on here.
Dude, you're like in the middle of an eclipse.
I know, it's weird. It's weird. But
no sweat, man. As long as we got a good shot of that steak you're cooking when you're done with it. It was your birthday this week. You got a special steak. Let's start off there. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, this was an idea I've had for a while and wanted to do. So I have always wanted an extreme dry age steak. Guys in town have done them. Like I know APL did a year-long one for a while.
Yeah.
For 1 year anniversary. It's pretty rad. I want to do that my own. I had the idea in January, December-ish. And so I contacted my company, Premier, and we have an amazing dry age room there. This thing is nuts, like thousands of pounds of beef, just dry aging and rotting, and it just smells of nuts and gorgonzola. It's amazing. Anyway, I have a 180-day Creekstone Farms Prime Tomahawk ribeye. So this thing has been dry aging for 6 months. I bought the whole thing, so I have 14 more of these steaks in my fridge right now. And I mean, just so here's like kind of the inside, but here, look at some of this funkiness on the outside. Like, sorry, this camera's inverted. I'm a little backwards. Woo, woo, woo. But I'm really excited about it. You there? You got me? Hello, Dave, you there? Well, I think we might have lost Dave, internet. So this is going to be the Logan show for a minute. So anyway, I'm Logan Cahoon, pitmaster of Meathead Barbecue, and also a sales manager at Premier Meats, blah, blah, blah. We can deliver meat to your home, and it's awesome. DM me at Meathead BBQ LA for some info. But what we were talking about was the steak that I'm about to cook, and let's talk about what I'm going to cook it on. It's this thing you see right here. This is made by, I'd say it's probably the best pit builders on the West Coast right now, Harper Barbecue. Really good guys, too. You should check them out on their Instagram. But they make these fantastic little, I'm going to pick up the computer here, hibachi grills. And it is so cool. I've got a couple oak wood logs burning in there right now. And it's perfect for a couple steaks and veggies, whatnot, what have you. So anyway, pitter patter. Let's throw this thing on. I've had it dry brining for about an hour. Then I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of my namaste rub. Start on. All right, so apparently Dave just blew a fuse at his house, so everything went down. I don't know if I'm still online. I think I might be. I don't know if anybody's watching this, is the thing. Whatever. I'll keep talking as I'm cooking this. So, bring in for a little closer peek, show you what we got going. Crazy sear on this right now. Nice. All right, it's too much. Handle meat and a computer at once.
All right. I think we're back, dude. Man, can you hear me, Logan?
Yeah, dude, I got you.
All right. The fuse busted at my. Have you been entertaining everybody?
Yeah, I didn't know if I still had people watching or what, so I just kept talking.
Dude, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I didn't do a very good job, but I tried to show them the ribeye I'm cooking. We talked about it right before the fuse blew.
I love it. And man, it's like if it's not one thing, it's another. I finally got we figured out all the technology to get the camera working in the front yard, so we don't have to do it through the camera. Everything's working great, audio, video, and then it just goes out and it's the freaking fuse at my house, man.
Dude, that is really funny.
So yeah, we just wanted to set this up to put you on the spot to see how you did with your hosting skills. That's all.
I mean, I'm no Ryan Seacrest, but I did okay.
I mean, I think we're right back up where we left off. I see people looking. If someone could leave a comment just so I know for sure we're up, that'd be super helpful. But I'm pretty sure. And I think with that, I need to take a sip of a beer, man. I'm drinking Double Trunk from the Dude's IPA today. I hope you had a happy birthday, by the way, dude. Cheers.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm drinking a nice San Pellegrino.
All right, there you go, bud. So speaking of beers, you're going to be popping up at Santa Monica Brewworks this weekend, right?
This is our first public pop-up since the start of all this, actually.
Really?
Yeah, our last public pop-up was that Sunday that Newsom closed all the breweries and everything. It was just the start of the corona containment, so we kind of had to end abruptly. But so yeah, we've been private basically.
But
I've been doing a lot of meat home delivery through Premier and doing some just small catering, 10 people or less orders out of the house, and just trying to keep myself busy that way.
Yeah, and I know that you normally do like a lot of traditional pop-ups at like, Santa Monica Brewworks, place like that, where you sell your barbecue. But speaking of the Premier Meat Company, you distribute meat around the LA area through them. Awesome stuff, by the way. We're going to get more into that because I've ordered a ton from you. But you were also doing kind of like raw meat pop-ups where you were like a mobile butcher shop where people could meet you and you buy out of your van, right?
Exactly. So we have the Premier Meat Mobile, which I was kind of one of the first guys to drive it around and test it out. It's awesome.
Yeah.
We basically converted one of our refrigerated vans into a raw meat food truck type thing. It's a mobile meat market. All these amazing steaks, amazing burgers, chicken, fish, everything, all vacuum sealed and fresh, ready for you to take home. It's really cool.
Heck yeah, man. So yeah, so I the last order I got from you, I had one of those dry aged New York strips in there, which was fantastic.
Oh, that's the best steak in the house.
And then what you recommended also that I ended up getting was that pack of flank steaks that were killer, dude. So much flavor in those.
Oh, dude, the skirt steaks.
The skirt steaks. Dude, incredible.
Dude, that's such a good steak. Value-wise, that's the best deal in the house, I think, for the flavor you get. I'm glad you liked it.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? I feel like I'm cooking so much at home right now that both my smoker and my grill are at like peak flavor because it's not like a week or two in between my cooks. I'm cooking like every other day on them.
Yeah, me too. And I'll tell you, one thing that like I feel like this whole coronavirus thing has been good for me is reconnecting with my love of cooking.
Sure.
Because, when you're doing a bunch of pop-ups, it's really hard work. You're doing a lot. But now that, I've just kind of been a little more mellow, I've really gotten in touch with the love and the passion and the heart of cooking again.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. My food's gotten a lot better. My ribs, oh my God, dude. Guys, come on Saturday and check out these ribs. They're really good.
Dude, it's so funny because I talked to Dustin Bartz yesterday on the live stream, and he said the same thing where he was like, and you guys are no strangers to cooking in general. And he goes, during the quarantine, my briskets have gotten so much more on point. He's like, I was just like refocused and I've just been doing so many of them. And it sounds like that's the same thing that's happening with you. I think we get so busy and we get so like unfocused and in the rat race that now, you're just back to really focusing on the fundamentals.
Exactly. You just got to kind of slow down and look at it and take it step by step again. Because, when you're in production mode, at least when I'm in production mode, I'm hustling, and then I've got my systems in place.
People are commenting and saying it's up.
But now, we've got a little room to get creative and to play around. We have more time.
Yeah. I think, speaking of which, you mentioned APL, Adam Perry Long, and his restaurant, APL restaurant down in Hollywood. He was on Rogan a week or two ago. I don't know if you listened to that episode, but he went into a deep dive explaining his methods and his philosophies on dry aging steaks. And it was an education for me, man.
I'm going to listen to that tomorrow.
You got to listen to it, man. It was for people who love meat talk like us. It wasn't just like the same old talk. It was like first of all, it was really cool just him getting a little vulnerable about what's going on right now and open and honest and, just talking. I mean, this is one of the most respected and successful dudes in our area. In the barbecue realm and just the meat and restaurant realm in general. And he was talking about how when he does briskets at the store, he personally, many nights will sleep there himself so that he could wrap the briskets at 4:30 in the morning. And I don't know many guys who are like the owners who are willing to do that. And that's why you get such a great product, because you're willing to do the dirty work yourself. When I was growing up in the car dealership, I grew up watching my dad and my uncle and the guys at the top of the organization go over and pick up a piece of trash and put it in the garbage can or wipe down the coffee station, and if you do that as the boss, then everyone who's who works for you will take that same pride, I think.
I think you're exactly right. And leading by example, really, dude.
So since the fuse went out, though, I missed your explanation on the dry aged steak that you have. So give me an abbreviated version, man. What are you cooking?
So anyway, this is a 180-day dry aged tomahawk.
Which is long. A typical is what, like 50, 60 days?
No, like more like 28 to 35 days.
Wow. So this has really been aged.
Well, this is really aged. I mean, the coloring on this, it's so dark, it's so rich. And when meat meat ages, it dehydrates. And so the flavor is just so condensed. I've never had anything this old before. I'm really excited to try it.
And so for people that don't know, it's kind of like it gets a good bacteria on it, and it gets a little bit of a funk to it, which is a good thing because what it does to the fibers of the meat and everything. And it's kind of like the same concept of when you get a little bit of mold on your cheese, but it's the good kind of mold. You just shave it off and cook it.
Exactly. Well said, sir.
Oh, thank you. I just listened to the podcast on it. Man, that's killer, dude. And so explain everyone how you prepare a piece of meat like that.
So real simple. two options. I'm going with option 2, which is dry brine it for about an hour with some kosher salt, and then throw the damn thing on the grill.
Simple as that.
That's it. It's not real hard.
And step number 3, don't overcook it.
Yeah, seriously. I think I might have taken the crust a little too far already on this thing, I'm afraid.
You can blame it on us for distracting you while you're cooking.
I started it a little too hot.
And then you pull it off and let it rest for how long?
I'm impatient, so just like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So my buddy Alex is asking, I'm gonna pull it up here. He just bought a Wagyu steak. And Alex, you can if you can chime in and be more specific on what kind of Wagyu it is. He told me earlier, but I don't remember. So he wants to know how he should cook his Wagyu steak.
I want to know what kind it is first.
All right. I'm pretty sure, if I remember when he was told me earlier, I'll wait for him to pop it up. But I'm pretty sure it was a thicker piece of Wagyu.
Japanese, Australian, American.
All right, let's find out. I'll wait for him to chime in. If not, I'll call him because I want you to answer this. And if anyone else has questions, you should post them because Logan's a great guy to ask questions, not only about cooking stuff, but about buying it. So if you have a specific question about different cuts of meat, this is the episode to chime in with some questions. I often call Logan and just go, hey, what do you think? Cook to 120? Okay, gotcha. Cast iron's the way to go, right? All right, see ya.
That's all it takes. So, a lot of people have asked me about the meat shortage.
Yeah.
Since I'm in the industry, so let's talk about
wait. Let me ask you. Hey, Logan, what about the meat shortage?
Well, Dave, I'm glad you asked. Supply lines are really tight. Production is down right now. And, things are a lot harder to get. So prices have gone way up on a lot of stuff. The cost of raw brisket, for example, has more than doubled since pre-corona, which is crazy. I've seen, cost of steaks go up, 20, 30, 40% in certain instances, not all of them. And, but there is plenty of food still. We still have chicken, fish, tons of beef, everything like that. It just costs a little bit more right now. But there's no shortage if you're my customer, is what I tell all my people.
There you go.
Plenty of meat. It is getting harder to come by in the supermarkets, and they're limiting your purchases, which we don't do. We don't feel the need to, since the supermarkets get their supply from us. So it saves a lot of hassle.
Well, my birthday is May 31st, and I plan on cooking out here in my front yard all day long. And just hopefully people will come by and grab a little to eat and whatever. And I'm going to try to live stream it all day long and hang out here and drink beers. So I'm going to be placing an order in the next few days to make sure I get it by my birthday.
Oh, that's great.
So let's see. Alex just chimed in. He says, about his steak, I'm not 100% sure. Let me check. So I'll keep an eye out for when he pops in with the details. So he was saying he was going to sous vide it and then finish it off on the grill. And I was like, with a Wagyu steak, I don't know if that's the way you want to go, because you want to maybe cook it in a cast iron or in a stainless steel pan, depending on what it is, because you want to cook it in its own juices a little bit and its own fat.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm kind of curious as to what grade it is, because if it was a lower grade, his method would work great. But if it's a higher grade, you're spot on, Dave. Like, there's way too much fat in that to cook over an open flame, first of all, because you're just going to have massive flare-ups over it, and it's just going to burn.
Yeah.
So it's really high-grade stuff. You exactly want it, just like you said, you want it to cook in its own fat. And that's how it gets really, really good.
I don't think it's like a Japanese A5 or anything like that. He got it from a really good meat market in Florida. But I do think it's probably going to be something like an Australian or an American Wagyu, like, strip or something. Yeah. Jeff Shepard joined late, wants to know what Logan is cooking and what is he cooking on. He is cooking a dry and an insanely dry aged, what is it, a ribeye or a strip? What was it? Oh, a tomahawk. And tell him about your grill.
So this is a really cool little hibachi grill. The guys who were with us at the start of the class during the blackout got to see it up a little closer. I'll show you again. It's made by These guys are the best pit builders on the West Coast. A lot of people would say. Lots of good ones. These guys definitely are up there and do a fantastic job. Harper Barbecue. And it's a real simple, it's super heavy. Like this thing's going to outlive, most of us, all of us, because it's just a tank. And I just burn some wood under there. Got a little coal bed that's formed and super fast, super fun. Yeah, check it out. It's their, I think it's Harper BBQ on Instagram.
Cool, man. Since those things are so durable and will last a long time, maybe I'll make sure that you, Bartz, and Jay all leave me yours in your will. And if something ever happens to any of you, I'll get it just to make sure it has a good home.
That's smart. Okay.
I'll hedge my bets on you three meat eaters.
Bart's is something first.
I'll tell him you said that.
Please do.
You're probably right.
You
All right.
agree with me.
All right, Alex is making me do work here. He said he just sent a picture of it. Can I put it up? He can't just tell us what it is. I can't bring it up on the broadcast. There's willy-nilly like that. But let me see if I can help figure it out here, Alex.
Right now, Alex. Cool. Here we go.
I'm in the middle of something here. It didn't even come in yet. Oh, well. I'll keep, Alex, I'm working for you, buddy. All right. I'll keep checking to see what it comes in. Or you can just read the label and tell us what it says.
That would work.
So you like doing those tomahawks, man, huh?
Dude, I love tomahawks. Well, because I like tomahawks because I got this guy right here.
Oh, what up?
That's Jameson.
Yeah.
And there's nothing he loves more than a tomahawk bone.
That's fair, man. And that makes it more like a family experience. You're chowing down on the steak and he gets to gnaw on the bone. I do the same. I do the same thing with my dog, but she's just an 11-pound Chihuahua mix. So she begs and begs for it. And then I give her the bone. And then it's like, she doesn't know what to do with it. She's just like, this is more intimidating than I thought.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for this thing. I'll tell you what. So,
man. I am too, man. I want to know the difference between the ones that are just aged to 28 days and the ones that have gone the distance that you have to see whether it's really a big difference,
I'm really curious too.
So
anything like this, so we'll see.
So on the topic of us staying healthy, I have to bring up the fact that you have an interesting fact about you. You are a yoga instructor. You're also probably pushing 250 pounds of pure man muscle. So
way more.
It's interesting that that you're a yoga instructor and a meathead at the same time. If you want to talk a little bit about that, and I also know there's a fun fact, something else you've been doing to stay in shape. You could bring that up as well.
Cool. Well, yeah, kind of long story short, I ended up in LA like 10 years ago, worked in like real estate stuff, and quit, moved out here, and stumbled into a yoga class having never done it. And because I saw some cute girls going into it. And I thought it was going to be really easy. But, dude, hardest thing I ever did was my first yoga class, probably physically. It just killed me. And the people in it were so cool and so nice. And it wasn't all like frou-frou. It was just physically based kind of. So I liked it. So I kept going back and I needed a new thing. So I said, well, shit, I'll try and be a yoga teacher. So I took a teacher training and ended up making that a full-time job for like 8 years. And now I just teach once a week at Equinox in Santa Monica when it's open.
Yeah.
Because I do the meat thing full-time.
But I keep telling you, man, and I think people will agree with me, I think you need to do an online yoga class. And I think the thing that you really bring to the table is that dudes like me who would never get involved with yoga, it's just not in my peripheral. But if I saw you going live every day and I'm like, oh man, it's a little less intimidating for me as a 40-year-old dumpy dude, and I'm like, oh man, Logan makes it look fun and easy. And then I'll just do it to try it out, kind of like how Diamond Dallas Page kind of like shifted the idea of who could do yoga. You could be the next reiteration of that. And I know I would try it just because I love your motto, namaste.
Namaste, absolutely. The meat bows to the meat within you.
That's it. You know, us meat eaters need to stay limber too, bro.
Yeah, man. You gotta keep it some open space.
Oh, I hurt all over just from that movement.
Right? And then, you know, I love to lift. Haven't been able to do it since the gym's closed. So
Yeah. You lift, bro?
I lift, bro. I'm swole, yo. I love doing powerlifting. I love it. But so I'm getting real with it. I'm gonna show you my backyard. Hopefully the Wi-Fi goes through a little ping pong action.
Nice.
I went and got a squat rack the other day off Craigslist, which will be cool. I got some chains for it. Just
I've been buying stuff off Facebook Marketplace like crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this ball weighs like 125 pounds. And then this is my axe throwing target. And then I'm making these concrete weights.
Concrete weights.
Yeah. So mix up a bunch of concrete. This is what the top of a finished one. That'll weigh about 165 pounds. And these will be like the dumbbells.
Man, you have like a prison yard there.
No, exactly. Exactly. We're going to do prison yard workouts at Meathead.
Meathead, guys, it's not just a catchy brand name.
Nope.
All right, I got this picture I'm going to show you, and we'll see if we can piece together enough information from it, okay?
Okay.
It says Wagyu strip, and it doesn't look like a ton of marbling. Jared, can you focus on that?
If it's real thick, I can't really. Oh, there it is.
It looks pretty thick, man, and it doesn't look like a ton of marbling. So it's not like a little A5 like.
Yeah, I would sous vide it, and then finish it on the grill.
There you go, Alex. Meathead just told you what to do. Only here can you send in pictures of your steak and get immediate feedback.
Or you could finish it on a cast iron pan, one way or another.
I would go cast iron if possible. He had the big green egg, so he was thinking about sous videing it and then finishing it on the big green egg, which you can get those big green eggs super hot. So
that works.
Might not be the worst way to go, but
that would work.
For me, cast iron is always the answer.
Cast iron's easy.
So I booked a commercial.
No way.
And the commercial, they want me to cook a cheesecake in my smoker and shoot it out here in my front yard.
That's
so
cool.
Production has started mailing me and dropping off props and stuff for it. So I just scored this here. Jared, can you pen down? So I just scored this butcher block.
That is sweet.
That I get to keep now. And then they sent me 2 matching cast iron skillets. So now I have 6 cast iron skillets.
No way, dude.
So once it's all over and said and done, I think I'm going to take the 2 new ones and hang them up there for decorations.
Absolutely.
I think that's the plan.
Can you say what it's for? What company?
It's for a cream cheese company where the Liberty Bell is.
Aha!
So should be a lot of fun, man. I feel very lucky I get to do that. It's going to be a blast. And dude, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, man, because I know you got to eat that steak. Is it ready to go?
It's got a little more. It needs a little more time, dude.
All right, let's. I think we should bullshit for another couple minutes because I want to see the finished product there when you get ready to pull it. Okay. Just to let everyone know at home, some quick plugs real quick. If you get any value out of this, Alex, like we just hooked you up big time. Feel free to drop us a couple bucks in a tip jar on Venmo at Dave W Comedy. I give that money to my production dude, JR, who works hard for me to make sure that we have a good little setup here. But no stress, man. I know everyone's tight on cash right now. I just do this for fun. But if you want to drop a couple bucks, you can. If you guys are in the LA area and you need meat, message Logan on Instagram at Meathead Barbecue LA, and he'll send you his pricing sheet and you could order food. If you spend enough money, then they deliver it to your house.
Free delivery, $200.
There you go. That's what I didn't want to say it in case I told you the wrong thing. I know I get special treatment. Logan's going to be at the Santa Monica Brewworks on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
So squeeze through there on Saturday, pick up some barbecue. His ribs are on point these days, so you will not be disappointed. And if you don't live in the LA area, just follow him on Instagram, man, because he's always got awesome posts about meat and concrete weights.
Yes.
And you're gonna get married soon, bro.
Yeah, dude. November 7th.
So you're probably gonna be safe with the whole coronavirus thing. Hopefully by then we can have weddings again.
I mean, our list went from 175 now to 50, and then
that's a blessing.
Immediate family only if we have to.
Yeah. What's that like planning a wedding when you're so in tune with that kind of food scene? Do you just cook for your own wedding, or do you get really picky about who you have cook for your wedding?
I tried the cook for the wedding idea and didn't fly with Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I believe in picking my battles, and that's one I was happy to let go of because
I think I got to side with Sarah on this one, man, because just thinking back to my wedding, would be the last thing I wanted to deal with on that night, because you're going to have a lot of other little fires to put out.
Exactly. But, so yeah, the food, though, is going to be really important. But one of my favorite restaurants in LA is this place out in Westlake Village called 101 North Eatery. And the chef out there is also a customer of mine, Anthony. Great guy. He has a Michelin star, makes awesome food. So we're just going to rent out the entire restaurant for the night.
Killer.
Do it there.
Man, and you know what, dude? Every restaurant in the world is going to need all the bookings they can get. So at least you're supporting someone in that regard. So that's killer.
Exactly. You know.
All right, another question for you. This one also from Alex. Alex, you better Venmo some cash tonight, bro. Does Logan ship to Orlando? And if not, how does he find someone like you and like Premier Meats in his area to have an inside dude to grab meat from?
I can FedEx anywhere in North America. So yeah.
So it's same cost as normal, but it's just you got to pay for shipping basically.
That's it. I can overnight it to you and have it 2-day to you.
There you go, Alex. Problem solved, dude. You got the hookup. You're welcome.
Anywhere.
Once again, that Venmo is at Dave W Comedy. Hey, and tonight, man, I'm doing a show. Actually, it's so crazy. I've enjoyed being able to shift to doing so much barbecue content during this crazy time, but I actually get to do stand-up tonight, which hasn't happened a lot lately. So it's a free show. If anybody wants to watch it, we'll be broadcasting from Common Space, and then we're bringing the comics and the audience in virtually. All you got to do is go to the Common Space website and RSVP, and they shoot you the Zoom link, or just keep a lookout on my social media, and I'll post it at some point tonight. It starts at 8 o'clock. Logan, are we ready to see that steak yet? We want to see it before we leave.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, get some light on it. Yeah. Look at that sucker. Woo!
It's at about 115 degrees internally right now. I'm going to take it up about another 8-9 degrees. Pull it off, rest it for about 5 minutes, and I'll text you pictures.
Please do, bro. Pictures, and then I just want you to film your face when you eat it.
Ooh, all right.
Just nice, slow, sensual.
I got to tell you, the quality of that camera you just got, this picture is awesome, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, we're doing some professional stuff. And then look, if I'm cooking something, I was going to do jalapeno poppers tonight, but I got a little busy today. And then I knew you were cooking that. And I'm like, my jalapeno poppers are going to be in the shadow of what he's cooking. But check this out, man. Now I have the ability, if I'm cooking, I can be back here. Like, hey, guys, this is what we got going on today. Blah, 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 blah. And then if like my neighbor pops up, I can talk to my neighbor and the camera can swing. I mean,
you're dialed in. That's the setup, dude.
Hey, Food Network, where are you at? Look at the quality we're shooting with. See, look at what we can do, Food Network.
Hey, will you send me the info on that camera?
Yes, I will, but you're not going to like it.
I didn't think so, but I want to see what it is anyway.
Yeah, all right. I'll send it to you. I'll tell you, it's a Sony FS5
Mark II. Okay.
Mark II. That's
how much?
A couple. You're dropping what, $5,000 on that?
$8,000.
$8,000. it's a legit camera for production and stuff. So I got good friends.
Yes, sir.
But hey, if I got a ton of production equipment. So if you ever need anything, let me know, man. We'll make it happen for you. All right.
Maybe I'll come do a yoga class with you there one day.
Dude, we could totally figure that out. And or we could do. I don't think there's ever been a workout series of just concrete weights.
I'll do that.
We'll shoot the Logan's Meathead prison yard workout. Raw tomahawk steak. Gotcha.
That's a great idea. All right, let's do that.
We'll do it, man.
All right.
All right, brother. Well, listen, I know for a fact you at least got one customer from this broadcast. Alex is going to hit you up to ship him some meat. That tomahawk looks incredible, man.
Pretty stoked, dude.
So let me ask you something.
Tell me.
So with it aging for that long, how much shaving did you have to do of just the little green pieces around the edges?
On this one, I didn't do any. It was really closer to a center cut, and Premier did a really good job of cleaning it up.
Okay. All right. So yeah, they probably already did it there before they gave it to you. I got you.
Oh yeah. So it was funky last night, but here's the cool thing. We processed all the meat overnight, so they were cutting the steak at probably like 4 a.m. and I got it at 8 a.m. today.
Got you.
How cool was that?
All right. Well, listen, I know for a fact that Logan's going to throw this up on his Instagram stories, when he's eating this and he slices it and takes pictures. So go ahead and follow him at Meathead Barbecue LA. You can follow his experience tonight eating his birthday steak. Logan, happy birthday, brother. Glad I had you on. Please come back. If anybody needs information on ordering from him, hit me up or hit him up directly. And then if you want to watch comedy tonight at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be broadcasting with this camera from Common Space Brewery. You can get a 20% discount code during tonight's comedy show to order beer from them. So you can get cheap beer, delicious cheap beer, if you watch tonight, and also just have a great time with some awesome comics. Jesus Trejo and Shane Torres, who have both been on my live stream already, are going to be performing tonight. And Meathead, man, I'll try to squeeze down to Santa Monica and see you. And I apologize in advance that I can't give you my normal big bear hug, but it'll be nice to see you and eat some food.
Blow me a kiss. We'll be good.
Deal, buddy.
All right, man.
All right, pal. Enjoy that steak.
Talk to you later.
See you, boss. That's Logan Cahoon, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate y'all. No pressure. But if you had fun tonight, drop a few bucks in the tip bucket at Dave W. Comedy. No stress, though. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 o'clock. And that's it. We got to get our ass over to the brewery. Have a great night, guys.